Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy B Scott back with another video. Out here in Baltimore, checking out some properties. This is one thing that I love to do when I go to different cities, is just drive around and get lost and get to know the lay of the land. It's something that I actually learned in LA. My mom taught me that a long time ago when I first started driving, that the best way to get to know your way around a city is literally just drive and get lost. Don't try to really use directions, just familiarize yourself with like street signs and different things like that, local landmarks. So right now I'm in the Inner Harbor, I believe. I'm in an area called Riverside, Fells Point, kind of like, or Riverside is where I'm at right now. And I'm just checking out the area. Really renewed and restored. I can tell that this used to be a historical area. As if I go right here, like there's a big cathedral church right there. That's crazy because we don't really have those in Los Angeles. And back there is the water. You can see the pipes from some of the factories and things like that. And the the Orioles Stadium is around the corner this way. But yeah, so I'm just checking out a few properties today. I don't think I'll actually go see any properties because I didn't line anything up with any realtors. But what I am doing right now is literally just going around and checking out the neighborhoods that I like to canvas, the neighborhood that I think I want to purchase in, and then go ahead and do a little bit of research on those areas. And then I send off, well, basically I do a little bit of note taking. So when I tell the realtors that I want to work with, you know, this is the property that I came across, they know exactly what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it. And pretty much when they go to the sellers, you know, if there's something wrong with the property, or if I see something that might want to be like a red flag, I can go ahead and put that in the notes, and then they can go ahead, sorry about that guys, trying to change hands real fast. They can go ahead and then send those notes over to the seller and see what they say. Because a lot of properties right now I'm starting to see are sitting on the market for a while. So, you know, you got properties on the market now that are sitting on the market for about 45 to, you know, maybe 45 days and less, where before properties weren't even sitting on the market for a day or two before they had, you know, 50 offers or something crazy like that. So like I said, today I'm going to be all around the harbor area. I like the harbor area. It's very attractive. You know, it's very up and coming. There's new things around here. It's walking distance to a lot of different things. It's close to Johns Hopkins as well. Like Johns Hopkins is one of the biggest, or probably the biggest hospital out here. That's always in the back of my mind. And then I also might head up to PA later on once I get done with the harbor area. I love Pennsylvania. Just for what it looks like. I've never been up there yet. But today I think I will be up there, because last time I came here I went to Philly, or actually last year I went to Philly, I went to Delaware, and I went to New Jersey. So today I might head over to PA and check it out, maybe like Hanover, something like that, something close to the border. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give a drive around a little bit more. I'm gonna catch some little B-roll footage, and yeah, see you guys in a sec. All right. Yo, what is good, y'all? So Just had to drop in a little grocery store real fast, grab a few things. But if I had to equate it to anything in like Los Angeles, this would kind of be like a nice like Sprouts or something like that. It's called Harris Teeter. But this is one of the things that I look for when I come into a different state or a different city. Looking for upgrades, looking for anything that's going to be new. So this whole complex area is nothing but shops on the bottom and then apartments on the top. So this is one of those things that you look for when you come into a different place. I can tell that this Inner Harbor area used to be pretty much like trash, beat up, old and just forgotten about. So now you got people coming in and changing it. So why not ride the coattail of what these developers, these larger developers have already done? Like if I can show you guys. So all of the shops are on the bottom and then they got apartments up top. And then there's another part on the other side, on the other side of this as well. But this just lets me know that over here, while you still have properties that are, available and good to go, some of them need a little bit of work. A lot of them have been remodeled. A lot of like nice little, corner stores or nice eateries in the area. So like if you had a property over here and you had a Airbnb guest or you had traveling nurses or anybody staying at your spot, they don't have to walk far. They don't have to go far to eat or to go do that everyday things. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the biggest things, back there. That's a whole nother apartment complex. So like I'm saying, like this is the things that I look for. These are the things that I, kind of like teach myself and just learn things as I'm going along on this real estate journey. Because one thing I did learn coming out here is that it might not be smart to go into a property that I gotta actually build up myself, but rather go into something that's turnkey. One, because it's profitable out here to go turnkey. Like it's not, the cost is lower, so I can do it. Two, I can then build up a construction crew or people that I trust and rely on to actually do projects for me. I don't have to like straight off the bat get into something or try to find people, and that can be kind of hard. Like I have a team in LA that I kind of like go to all the time and whatnot, like my buddy Juan and them, and they knock out projects for me. Like they did the big project for me last year. But out in other states and other cities, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different ball game. So you have to kind of like adjust to what they do, adjust to what the contractors do out here. And so why not just go into something that already makes me profit? Why not go into something that gives me or allows me to get settled into the market and then allows me to go ahead and find those crews so I can go find other properties that I can get for a cheaper value and then build those up and add the value. But I think I'm done in the Inner Harbor area. I rode around for like an hour. Like I said, came here, saw this. Man, these skylines is crazy, yo. Like, look at that. I don't know, man. A lot of people don't see the value in Baltimore, or they show only one part of Baltimore. But this right here, like, you can't beat this. Like I said, there's not too many other places where they actually have, a market that's growing and you can get into it right now. Like Alabama is cool, but it's a lot more country still, from what I'm seeing. Mississippi is cool, but the same thing. Louisiana in general is cool, but it's the same thing. And plus, New Orleans just keeps on getting hit by bad weather. So it's like they don't even get the time to build the city back up. Even though it still has a big traveling market, it still has the big, a tourist market. But I don't want to bank on just that alone when it comes to a city like that. So, like I said, Baltimore is like in the middle of everything. Like I'm about to head up to PA right now, Pennsylvania, and go check that out because I've never been up there before. But like I said, you got Delaware next door, you got New Jersey, you got Washington, Virginia, all those different other states. So yeah, this is just another area that I really, really like. And at the end of the day, I was having like back and forth thoughts on whether I should try to grab a multi-unit or, and just be stuck on multi-units. But at the end of the day, seeing things like this makes me realize that I can also go into something that's already built up by another developer, purchase it, because the price is going to skyrocket. All these properties over here, I can tell this neighborhood was one of the neighborhoods that was like, maybe 10 years ago, these properties were probably burnouts, like the same thing like East Baltimore and some parts of West Baltimore, like where you still get whole blocks where the windows is knocked out and all type of stuff. I can tell that was just this maybe less than 10 years ago. And so unlike LA, where properties were like, 200,000, 300,000, these properties are probably going for like 40,000, maybe even cheaper. So all these developers that did all these nice little renos around here and built up all these blocks, they probably got all these properties for like less than 40, 30,000, maybe 5, 6, 16 years ago, whatever. And now they're going for, 300,000, 400,000. So when you talk about like understanding a neighborhood and understanding an area and being able to evaluate it, like this is crazy. I haven't seen too many places like this, because on one hand, they always show you the crime from Baltimore. They show you, the crime rate, the police corruption and all that stuff. But then right around the corner, you have this being built. So it's one of the other, but it's in this case, usually it's one of the other, but in this case, it's both. Because it's like kind of like a magic trick, where in one hand they're showing you this, but you don't see what's happening in the other hand. So yeah, man, I'm gonna stay down, and I'm gonna stay honestly looking to invest in Baltimore in the next few months here, and if not the next month or so, and really just go for it. Honestly, pull the trigger, go for it, see what happens, and make sure I do my homework. But my predictions are definitely all seeming to be right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I might grab something before I head up to PA, but just wanted to show y'all this real fast, and yeah, stay tuned. I'm about to head up to PA, and I'll catch you soon. All right, guys. So I just made it out here to Harrisburg, PA. That's where I decided to come out and check out things. Was looking on the map and seeing where exactly I wanted to go from Baltimore, and decided to just come out here. It's capital, I believe. But it's crazy, like just how beautiful and old these cities are. But the property that I came to see is on this block. Let me see, be careful real fast. It's on this block right here. And it's crazy because I think all of these properties on this block, like the one I just came from behind, that one is empty, being remodeled. And I can tell because some of them have a notice on the window of inspections. So they're going through their building process, getting their inspections done and things like that. So that's a good sign that it lets me know other investors are out here. But before it gets too crazy, you know, I gotta do a little bit more research about like how big this city is and all things like that, but hopefully somebody's in here. I think I can check out the property. Hello. I think this is a realtor. We're gonna find that real fast. How's it going?
Hi, brother.
All right. Is the property for showing today or no?
No, yeah, it's 5 p.m.
At 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
So, I guess they have a showing at 5 p.m., which is really weird. Why you wouldn't just have the property open for people to come see it? But I'm gonna walk down the street real fast to see more of the area. Make sure my car is locked. Look like it'd be some unsavory characters around here. But yeah, a lot of these properties out here that I was looking at when I was just on Zillow coming up here are still in the 100,000s, and a lot of these in this area is predominantly duplexes. So what I got the information is that you get a lot of people that live out here for years. You know, you get long-term tenants. So you get a lot of long-term tenants that want to just basically never own, I guess. And while the rents aren't that crazy, they're steady. So in a neighborhood like this, you can look at getting around $600 to $700 in rent, you know, for a nice, I think they're like mostly like 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, or they're 2-1s, either one. But yeah, you can look to get a steady $600 to $700 a month, which is good money at the end of the day, especially on a mortgage that's gonna maybe be around like $1,000, if that. So literally one of your units would pay for the rest of, or would pay for your mortgage, and the rest of the money, you know, you put that into savings for things that happen. You gotta take care of taxes and all that other stuff, but you might have a little bit of a nest egg to start building. But at the end of the day, also too, it's about equity sometimes. Like for me, I've learned that there's multiple ways and reasons why you would buy a property. You know, and sometimes it's not all about just getting the monthly income. Sometimes it's about buying a property and you have the equity. Sometimes it's about leveraging your property. So say if you have multiple properties, you can put them all together and sell them as a package. And sometimes that works a lot better than if you just had like one property with a you know, duplex or a quadplex or something like that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really interested in this one that's posted right here though. I'm at to mark this one down and see how long it takes them. Let me show you guys, because you already know we don't have a problem walking up on the door real fast. But see, when you see things like this, when you start seeing those papers in the windows, and I start seeing they have new doors on there. Yeah, they have crazy inspections going on right now on these 2 properties. Oh, this one like it was in a fire. Maybe y'all can see a little bit up in there. Yeah. But this is like my buddy Tony be saying all the time. Properties like this, their remodels are crazy different. Like they'll keep a lot of the structure in their remodels and just build around that, basically. Especially because some of the houses, or a lot of the houses, are made with brick, so they last a lot longer. But I'm gonna hop in the car. I'm gonna check out a few more properties, and yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys. Yo, what is up, guys? So still out in PA. I'm in Harrisburg still, a different part, a lot better than where I first came into. I had to look for that certain little thing that changed up the neighborhood, where still lower to middle class, you can tell, but it's a lot more put together when it comes to actually being a community, which is what I look for. So there's a property, because after this I'm about to head back to Baltimore, but there's a property I just came past right now that I saw. It's not on MLS, or it's not on Zillow, but when I pass by right now, I'm just like, I gotta go check it out, because it's a nice little duplex property, and I believe it's being remodeled because it has the same, like I said, the little notices on the door. when you start seeing all these, pay the total. So I think they're doing some reconstruction to it, or yeah, it's definitely empty. But I want to show you guys this one before I head out. So hold on one second, guys. So yeah, came across, the siding still looks good. And like I said, the notice on the door is what caught my eye, and the sign in the front. But actually, you know what? This might be just one unit. Might be just this one for sale. But who knows? I'm gonna go ahead and still call. But like I said, it looks good though. I mean, nothing really crazy going on. It's an older area, so you always gotta keep that in mind. But for the most part, it looks up, kept up. Can't really see on the inside. But yeah, it's nothing crazy going on. Needs a little bit of cutting in the back here, but has a brand new ring AC unit. No windows busted out. No homeless people trying to
proceed to the route.
Hold on one second. Yeah, so like I was saying, brand new ream, AC unit. No homelessness. When you're looking for a property, finding a property that's not like in the middle of a bunch of empty units everywhere. Because up and down this whole little block, all the units are pretty much filled. So it would be nothing to find somebody, another low-income renter that could rent out this space. Yeah, I think this one is definitely probably a 1 unit. It might be. Hopefully it's 2 units though. If it's 2 units, that'd be an awesome grab. But this area, this block is pretty dope too though. Like I said, you can tell it's more of a community vibe. And the building that I parked in front of also, I believe one of the units is up for grabs. Then they got units like this, where it's 3 stories. So that's a 3-unit triplex. The one I just went to go see though, that's definitely my #1 pick so far. Even out of Baltimore properties, I would definitely grab that one first. And like I said, if I could, I would try to grab another one in Baltimore too. But this one is a triplex. 2 of the units are rented out right now, and the 3rd one is empty, ready to go. It's turnkey, and it's under 200. So I didn't find too many properties in Baltimore that were like that were in good conditions, good quality area. Because again, you don't want to get into something and somebody start tearing your stuff up right away. So yeah, man, I just wanted to show you guys this before I head back to the city. This is PA. I like it so much. I like it so far, honestly. So I'm about to grab something to eat, gas up the car, head back to Baltimore, and yeah, catch you guys soon. Yo, what is up guys? So just got back to the apartment and decided to stop and give me a cigar, or I usually get 2. It's a cigar shop down the road that I went to the first time I was here, so I decided to grab another one. But yeah, I just had to let you guys know, or I wanted to talk about more about what I saw out there in PA. Just overall my idea of what I'm doing out here. And because I mean, honestly, a lot of this is I'm on my journey by myself right now, my real estate journey, as I just got out of, or not got out of, but I decided to put aside my design and build business this year to really start my own thing and grow my real estate business, to grow my real estate portfolio. So honestly, Let me get it closer. Honestly, um, it's been a lot more highs than it has been lows, and not even lows. Really, just thoughts of creeping, creeping thoughts of what if it doesn't work, instead of just going ham and going, okay, even if it doesn't work, it still is a learning lesson. But today, honestly, going out to PA was a good thing. Honestly, seeing what most of PA looks like, or what it will look like, or most of it will look like, just by seeing the capital, it was a good thing. Like, I like the way their homes are. You know, it's different. Again, a lot of them are built out of brick, so while they look beat up, you know, a lot of them in that area, they look beat up, because I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh, a few of the other bigger cities, probably look a lot better, a lot more infrastructure and all that other stuff. But that's what you deal with when you go into real estate, you know, especially when you just start at the beginning and you're in the beginning stages and you're growing. It's like, there's a reason why the LA market moves so fast that I couldn't even catch it when it came to the beginning of this year. Like, houses were going for $100K over asking price. So honestly, I think that what I saw out there today was, again, why I say it's good is because it just gave me another eye opener to another market. Like, I know there are some people that can go out there or that are in real estate, and they do blind buys. Like, they're so good at their numbers, they have a team, they have a system, they can do all that stuff, and they can literally blind buy a whole apartment complex and get it under contract, get it situated, do rehab if they need to, and that's dope. You know, I can't wait to get to that point. But where I'm at right now, I feel like I need to actually, you know, touch and go and touch down and put my feet on the ground to see the actual location of where I'm looking to purchase. And like I said earlier, I found one property that I really, really like. I think it said it was listed as a duplex, but it's a triplex, because it has an additional small unit in the back. So and it's under 200 grand. So that one, I'm definitely going to really try to go after. I went through a program out here too. That's what I was saying. In Baltimore, it's so crazy that they're kind of like giving away properties, but it's like, you know, first come, first serve. But there's a program out here that I came across, and just by being out and, you know, associating myself with certain people, it led me to do research on how to find the program. Where essentially, when I went to the course, it was like a 4-day course, like from 8 to 3 p.m. or whatever. One of the persons that was putting it on was like, you know, they've had people that have literally only put maybe, I want to say like not even 5K down on a house. That's including closing. That's including what is it? Paying for the seller agent and things like that. And that's very rare that you'll find a program that does that much. So at the end of the day, like I said, I think it's a good thing that me being out here, getting out of my comfort zone, getting out of LA for a second, being able to come out here and do my thing, and change up the scenery. Because that's one thing also too that's good for my mental, is changing up the scenery. I love being around all this greenery and these trees and things like that. But definitely, I want to say Harrisburg in my mind. That's where I was. Yeah, Harrisburg PA is where I went to. Another friend, one of my buddies, told me about Hanover. That was another city too, that he said, you know, you can get your money out of it. It's not going to be crazy returns, but you can get your cash flow on a regular from Hanover, Harrisburg. I was looking at a few other, like I think Lancaster. There's a few different cities in PA that are going to be in your lower end markets. But I mean, hell, every market is going to be a good market. You just got to know how to work it, honestly, because any neighborhood you go into, somebody owns and somebody rents, right? So that's just the gist of it. This thing went out real fast, but Um, but yeah, so as I keep on diving more and more into what's all out here and seeing how fast the market changes, because like I said, because where I was earlier when I was still in Baltimore, being down in Fells Point and in the inner harbor area, even that area, like, you know what it feels like? It feels like being in a time machine and going from the West Coast coming to what I consider this to be the South, but I guess it's the East Coast, I don't know. But coming from the West Coast, coming over here, it feels like being in a time machine. So what happened in LA, you know, maybe say like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, is what I see happening out here now, where you have a city that has a lot to offer. It has a great landscape, but it was a little bit tattered. You know, the city didn't, maybe say politicians were taking money out the city, not putting enough back in, whatever have you. Baltimore's one of those cities where it's just like, you know, you can go 20 blocks and just see all beat up houses, you know, windows knocked out, the whole nine. But then when you go to places like where I was earlier, and you just see like nothing but new construction, sprawling new construction, and all of the older homes have been remodeled and, you know, put back into mint condition, and there's a community, there's a neighborhood. That's the same thing that happened in LA, especially South LA. You know, you see that happening a little bit more now too, even in the South LA. You know, especially where I'm at over in, you know, Hyde Park area, Lamert Park. A lot of people were, you know, really mad about that area, and it came to real estate in these last two years because they're like, oh, it's been gentrified. But I mean, in any situation, it's always opportunity for anybody to get in. It's just what you put or how you have your mindset. Because for me, I look at it like, if I had, let's say if I had two other dudes that were, or two other people just in general that were doing real estate, and we all, three of us had, you know, great credit, we had decent amounts of cash and funds available, it would be way easier to grab a lot more properties. But that's what you don't see happening, you know, on a large scale. I'm not gonna say nobody does it, but on a large scale where people are like, oh man, there's so many people coming in, so many outside investors coming in and, you know, buying up certain neighborhoods. It's like, yeah, because they have a system, they have a structure. And again, I'm not gonna say that it's impossible, because I've even seen it, you know, with a few cats that are in LA and a few other places outside of LA that are doing it right now. So it's possible, you know. It's just who has the mindset to do it and who has the drive to really go do it, because that's the only part that separates people. But I just had a great thought right now. That's why I started smiling. And, you know, honestly, this YouTube, I think that getting back on my YouTube or starting my YouTube back up is really going to help boost what I'm doing, because it just allows me to reach more people. It allows more people to see what I'm doing. It allows more people to see my knowledge, my drive, my passion for real estate, my passion for just all of it, design and build, because I still love that as well. Like, you know, when I interior decorated my my Airbnb, all of that came from just watching and looking and looking at other people and watching or looking at Pinterest ideas. All that came from that. So, and just having my own taste. I know what I like. I'm very much big on being a minimalist, so that's a big part of my style. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold you guys too much. Like I said, at the end of the day, I think that this is gonna be a beautiful journey. And I welcome people that, you know, are in the same space, you know, whether it be, you know, just starting off or in the midst of starting their own journey, or even got more, you know, whatever it may be. Because oh, that's another thing too, guys. Go check out my IG page. I know I was on Facebook. I be on Facebook a lot more, just trying to like get in the chat rooms and network with people in different states. But if you haven't, go check out my IG. I'm gonna give you two of them. I'm gonna give you my 10 house, and I'm gonna give you my OS Design and Build, because those are the two that have my business on, my work on them. So check out 10 House LLC on YouTube, and then also on YouTube, but on Instagram, and then check out Oasis _ Design and Build on IG. Those are my two business pages on IG. So you can see some of my work. One of the biggest projects I did to date was last year. At the end of the year, we did a $1 million flip, or not even a flip, $1 million remodel. The $1 million remodel was in Ladera Heights. We did a full remodel, a full gut. Every room was touched. 2 of the ceilings were raised. We did a bathroom extension on for the master bathroom. We changed up the Jack and Jill bath. We changed up a Jack and Jill bathroom because it was 2 kids in the family. So it was a wife and a husband and their 2 kids. So we changed it from Jack and Jill for 2 boys. Gutted the kitchen, made the kitchen look amazing. And one of these videos, I'm going to put that footage because I haven't really boasted that footage enough of how much we actually did on that project and an amount of time we did it. We did that project in 5 months, and the house was over 2,000 square feet. It was a really big project. And again, it didn't all go smooth. Like, that's learning lessons. It did not all go smooth at all. There was times when I was just like, yo, I need help. I definitely need help, but you know, it got done. It got done to the best of quality that it could have been done for the budget that the clients had, and it was an amazing budget. Like, it was over 200K spent on that property. And so, like I said, I take all of that experience and I'm putting that into what I'm doing with my real estate. You know, whether it be the STR portion of my real estate journey, or whether it be just purchasing multifamilies and things like that. I'm not really into doing fix and flips. That's not really where I want to go, but you know, eventually there'll probably be some in there that makes sense. But like I said, taking my design and build and my building knowledge and taking that and pushing that into my real estate, it just gives me that much more of leverage, knowing what not to buy or knowing what to look for. That's the biggest thing. So, like I said, if you haven't or if you don't, definitely please go check out my work on those two pages. Like I said, 10 House LLC, and then Oasis_design and build on IG. And yeah, on my YouTube page, I'm trying to boost it up. Definitely get my first 1,000 followers. So like, subscribe, comment, click the notification buttons, all that good stuff. And yeah, like I said, guys, I'm gonna stay positive. That's all I'm bringing on this channel is lifestyle. So my lifestyle is real estate, it's having fun, it's traveling. So that's all I'm bringing on this page. And if you like the content, continue to follow me. And like I said, if you're into real estate and you're looking to get into real estate, you can definitely hit me up. I'm definitely approachable. So until next time, guys. All right.